The YouTube ads actually work for realtors, or are they just a waste of your time and money and they just hurt your organic channel? My name is Noah Helped. I've spent over 6 figures on YouTube ads for real estate agents across the US and across Canada. And today I'm going to break down exactly what you need to know before you even think about running a YouTube ad. Because I've seen some agents be wildly profitable with YouTube ads. I'm talking 6 figures, multiple listings a month, and others just waste $1, $2, $3,000 on YouTube ads with not a single return. So I'm going to give you the unfiltered truth on YouTube ads so you can make the best decision for you and see if it's even something worth exploring or if it's just a waste. So let's dive in. So I'm going to go through the pros and the cons of YouTube ads from what I've seen, being as objective as possible so you can see exactly if it's actually worth it for you, right? So starting off, I'm going to start with the pros, then go into the cons later. So the first pro of YouTube ads is there's the lead quality on YouTube ads specifically is going to be higher than pretty much anything you're going to see on any platform out there. Right now, there's a couple key reasons for that. The main couple that I want to touch on that I've seen specifically as compared to running Facebook ads, Google ads. I've ran all of that before. I know YouTube ads are technically Google, but when I say Google ads, I mean Google search, Google PPC ads, right? So when I ran all of those, the typical conversion rate I see on Facebook is about 1 in 100, and so about 1% conversion rate. Google, it's maybe 1 to 3%. Google search ads, because it's mainly, a lot of it as well is like buyers. It's just buyers. Now, Facebook itself, it's all like interruption-based marketing. It's people just scrolling around. Google, it's all buyers just looking stuff up. But where YouTube comes in, I think where the lead quality on YouTube comes from is the main reason for it is the fact that it is video, and you're able to basically manipulate the quality of leads that you bring in, the intent of people that you're actually bringing in, based on the messaging of exactly what you're saying in the ad, right? So you can have an ad focus on bringing in as many leads as possible if you make some crazy claims and promises, right? Like, hey, well, here's how to increase your home value by $200,000 in 7 days, right? Of course, everyone's going to download that, but you're going to bring in a very low intent lead, right? Someone who's not your ideal customer profile. Whereas if you were to focus on quality, focus on conversions, you maybe have a message on, hey, this is how we help people list their homes and sell for top dollar in today's market. And you go through your specific process. And hey, if you're a homeowner who's thinking of selling their home and you're interested in this process, having us do the same thing that we just showed you did for the Johnsons over here to do for your home, go click below and put in your information and we can chat. Right? And just changing the call to action, changing what you're offering in the ad is going to be the biggest determining factor of lead quality. There's a couple other things you can do on the back end, like adding more questions, asking how soon they're looking to sell, and all this other stuff. But really, the big part of it is the front end creative. The messaging is gonna have an 80% correlation to the quality and the intent of people that you're bringing in, because that's what they're clicking on, that's what they're interested in. So usually, the longer your video is, the higher intent people are going to be. The less edited your video is, the higher intent leads there's going to be, right? And it's the same, and it kind of just goes back to just like human psychology. A lot of people like see these really high dopamine type things, and anyone can go click on that, right? Anyone can get anyone's attention, but we're not trying to get as many views as possible, as many people clicking on the ad as possible. We only want, with YouTube ads, our ideal client to hit the ad, right? Which is a seller looking to actually sell their home. So you make a message specifically to them. And the one other part with it is we're only targeting people who actually own a home and actually are looking to sell their home as soon as possible based on what they're searching up. So if someone owns a home and they're looking up, hey, how to sell my home fast, I need to sell my home, those are the only people that we are going to be targeting. So there's a lot of factors, as you can see, that go into it. But with YouTube ads, the conversion rate typically is around 6 to 10 or 11%. So out of 100 leads, 6 to 11 of them typically convert, right? Now, that's the first pro. The next pro is just the brand awareness factor of it. So with YouTube, because it is all video, of course, as you know, you build your brand like no other. It's not like you're just running just generic images, even generic videos, right? You can do that, but when you're in the video, you're getting your brand out there. It depends how much you're spending though, but typically you can get your videos seen by 40, 50, 60,000 people per month in your local market, in your ideal customer profile, based on who you're targeting. And that's something that you can't really get on these other platforms, because a lot of it, number one, they are oversaturated. The cost to show your video, show your ad to 1,000 people, which is called the CPM, has gone up exponentially over the over like the last like year and a half or so on these other platforms because they're so saturated, especially like with Facebook, where people see the same realtors doing the same stuff, and it's like you're not positioning yourself as different, as unique from all these other people. Whereas YouTube, you're almost in a league of your own because not many people are doing it, so you get just kind of an exponential brand awareness when someone sees you, and just it changes the positioning. Because if they see you on their TV, on their phone, their computer, their tablet, everywhere, that automatically positions you as the authority figure rather than then just scrolling on Facebook as an example and seeing you, right? Now, the next part of it that I want to go over with the higher lead quality is the conversion rate, of course, is higher. And just show you like an example campaign, the one that I'm doing for our team. So we spent about $1,200 total, 713 clicks, 87,000 impressions, just 9 conversions, but we got a listing from one of those 9 conversions, right? So that goes to show like the conversion rate on this was probably, I don't know what that is, 12 or 15%, but that's like how it comes out to. And you can see right here though, the conversion cost is $127 like per lead, which is for sure a lot higher than what you're probably typically used to seeing on other platforms, right? But that's just like the trade-offs with YouTube ads, and that's one of the cons that I'm going to go over as well, is just the cost per leads are a lot higher. Now, the next thing I do want to go over as well, the other pro of it, is it's all custom, or when you do it right, I should say, right? Because you can run anything on YouTube, but if you're just doing like copy paste like voiceover stuff, I would just go, I don't know why you're even doing it on YouTube. I would just go do like Facebook or something, right? I think where YouTube really shines is when you're the one in the video, you're the one building your brand, people can see you, hear you, and you're speaking directly to the type of person that you want to bring in. And that's really where YouTube shines as opposed to a lot of the other stuff out there. YouTube ads specifically is you're able to bring in these high quality people, but also nurture them and get them familiar with you before you ever reach out in the first place. Now, the last pro that I want to go over, which is a controversial one, I will say, people have videos going over this, going over that. I've seen both sides of it. I'm just going to show you what I've seen from my experience, but they actually can help grow your YouTube channel. Now, let me explain. There's a couple different types of ads that you can do on YouTube if you're not aware. There's in-feed ads, there's in-stream skippable, there's display ads, there's short ads. The one that I'm talking about, the two main ones, there's what I found the best results with is, first of all, in-stream skippable ads. Now, those are the ones that probably popped up before this video. You have to watch it. You have 5 seconds, and then you can go ahead and skip it. Right now, when I'm talking about YouTube ads, that's primarily what I'm talking about. I found those ones work the best. I've gotten the best results with those ads. And also, a cool thing as well about those, a lot of people don't know, is if someone skips your ad within like 5 or 6 seconds, you don't actually pay Google for that view, right? So it's important that you're calling out, hey, if you're only calling out if you're thinking of selling your home in Chicago, then this is for you. You want anyone who's not looking to sell to just skip your ad so you don't get charged for the view or for the impression, right? So that's one cool thing I wanted to mention. But now the ads that actually do help grow your channel, those are the in-stream skippable ads where you have 5 seconds, you have to watch them, then you can skip them. Now, what I'm talking about to help grow your channel are in-feed ads. Now, what an in-feed ad is just when you're scrolling on YouTube, you see all of these videos, right? You see the thumbnails, the titles, all of that. What an in-feed ad is it's basically putting your ad in someone's feed, right? So it's the same thing as if you were just see someone's ad pop up or see someone's video, just an organic video, probably the same way you clicked on this, you looked something up or you saw it on your feed, you clicked on it, and it's the same thing for an in-feed ad, but you're actually paying to show it to these people, right? And it's not going to be like a really quick punchy ad, like a 1 or 2 minute ad. You do it with your top performing organic videos. So the way it works is if you have a YouTube channel already, which I'm sure if you're watching this, a lot of you guys do. I find a lot of agents who have YouTube channels are interested in YouTube ads because they see the value. But if you have a YouTube channel, you have some videos where you know, hey, these ones are getting a lot of people reaching out from. This is where a lot of my inbound leads come from. What I want you to do is compile a list of your top 2 or 3 videos or so. And what we're going to do is run those as in-feed ads. So the way that people, or the reason people say YouTube ads hurt your channel is because they say it lowers the watch time. If you're running like a 1 minute ad and people watch that, it will technically lower the watch time. First of all, what I've seen, it hasn't had an effect at all on people's channel, right? That's from what I've seen, the data I've seen. Now, the other side of it though, if you are scared about that and you don't want to run ads on your channel, which for a lot of agents that I work with, I just run them on a separate channel so you don't have to worry about running the in-stream ads on your channel, and I found that works great as well. But I know some people, I really don't think it matters from what I've seen, right? Now, the other side of it though is where you can actually use them to grow your channel is the in-feed ads. So take your top performing organic videos and basically put 10, 15 bucks a day behind those videos, pushing them out. There's two different things you can do. You can either one, retarget them. So I'm just going to draw a quick visual as well so you can kind of get a better idea. Let's just make this, change it. So basically, so you have your in-feed ad. So this is in-feed. It's too thick. So you have your in-feed ad, right? Now with that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have two separate audiences. One, what you can do, these are the two different options you can do. You can do a retargeting one. So you can retarget, or you can do a cold traffic audience. So retargeting is anyone who's viewed your videos, who's viewed your channel, who's watched your ads, anything like that. That's going to be retargeting. That's to a warm audience. Whereas after someone engages with you, you can continue to push your content out to them, not as an in-stream ad where they have 5 seconds, they have to skip it, but you can just make sure that you're taking up all the real estate in their feed. Every time they go on YouTube, your one of your videos that you're pushing out is going to be one that pops up, right? And if you know that video, if you track your metrics and you know, hey, this is a video that gets a lot of conversions, then that can be a really good asset for you. That's basically doing the selling for you and just retargeting these people, and they're just going to see your videos over and over. If you cycle a couple in there, you can keep pushing them out and just focus on retargeting those people who already know who you are. And that's a lot of times the lowest hanging fruit you can do. And the more times people watch your videos, the more YouTube recommends them as well. So it's just going to grow your channel. It's going to optimize the algorithm for whenever these people are on YouTube, it's going to constantly show them your stuff. Now, the other way you can do it with the in-feed ad is to cold traffic. So what you would do then is target your ICP. So your ICP is your ideal customer profile. So if you're targeting sellers, for example, right? If you're targeting sellers, then what you would want to do is target someone who owns a home and is looking to sell their home as soon as possible. I have another video fully about the targeting, so you can go check that out after this video. But you're going to target, it's going to be to cold audience, right? So put 10 or 15 bucks a day behind it, and you're going to show it out to as many of your ICP or as many homeowners, if you're going after sellers, as possible. And you're going to get your video on their feed by paying for it. And the goal is that they click on it and then all of a sudden they enter your content ecosystem. They get kind of looped in your channel. And then they start kind of going through the rabbit hole of watching all your videos, going through this, going through that. And then all of a sudden they entered your conversion process, right? So rather what this basically does is it shortens it shortens the organic sales cycle, right? Organic sales cycle, it can be anywhere from a month or a week to 6 months, 12 months. And what that is it usually takes people 7 hours of watching your content before they're actually ready to convert and ready to reach out. So what this does is it basically speeds it up. It finds more people, but it also is going to push your content out more so they can hit that 7 hour watch time mark faster, and therefore get way closer to a conversion, and it's going to speed up the conversion process, right? And then what you can do as well, you can retarget those people who watch this with the in-stream ad as well. But I think these in-feed ads are very slept on. People don't really talk about them, but that's a great way to get traffic to your channel and to speed up the organic sales process, which is the main benefit of those. And I use those for a lot of my clients as well. Once we build up a big database from these original YouTube ads, from the in-stream ones, we retarget with these in-feed ads and focus on driving awareness to their channel with people who already know who they are, meaning a retargeting audience. So I know that was kind of long, but that's the pros of it. But really the main thing, so just to recap, higher lead quality, you get the brand awareness, highly recommend custom ads. That's where YouTube ads really shine. And then right here as well, with these in-feed ads, you can actually go and grow your channel by utilizing either retargeting or going after cold traffic. Now, what I want to do is go over the cons of YouTube ads, right? I'm not going to say it's perfect. It's really for a certain type of person, and for some people it's not for you, right? So the first con of YouTube ad is higher cost per lead. So, and that's just the way it goes. The higher the lead quality that you're getting, the more you're actually paying for a lead. So right here in this example, so here is a screenshot from the ads manager from one of my agents I'm partnering with, right? So we're getting, you can see the cost per conversion, $45. This one we didn't, I don't know if a lead came in from this one. And then right here, $92. You can see the cost per conversion on almost $50 and almost $90 to get a single lead, right? And that just goes to show like you for sure, that's the sacrifice when you are getting higher quality leads, is you're of course paying more. Otherwise that wouldn't make sense for the algorithms, right? But that's why like on Facebook you get $2 cost per leads, right? Whereas YouTube you're going to be paying more for a lead, but the conversion rate on them is typically, again, usually around 9 or 6 to 12-ish, 13-ish%. So you're paying more for a lead, but really in the long run, I find the ROI typically comes out to be higher from YouTube ads, and you're also putting in an eighth of the time that you would on like other platforms, just calling the leads and all that stuff. Now, the second con of YouTube ads is they are harder to set up compared to a lot of stuff out there. And I'm saying this like relatively, if you're thinking about trying, like you want to run ads. Now I'm just going over like comparing them to all the other platforms because I've done all those. So they're harder to set up compared to all the other platforms like Google, Google search ads, Facebook, Instagram, because you actually need to, number one, it takes a lot more time just shooting the videos, but you also need to have a proper funnel in place, meaning like the landing page, your VSL in the back end, the pre-sale video, calendar booking page, which I'm going to show you. And I have videos breaking all that down. But it for sure is a much higher barrier to entry. And that leads me into the third point, which creative is king with YouTube ads. So that can be a good thing for some people, but also a terrible thing for others. Meaning, if you're an agent who's not great on video, like you're just kind of awkward on video, YouTube ads, that's it's gonna hurt the results you get. You're gonna pay more for a lead, you're gonna pay more for a view, and that's just the way it goes, unfortunately. If you're great on video, those are always the agents who I see do best with YouTube ads, because the creative is about 80% of the results we get, right? Because the big thing we do, that I do with my clients, is we split test different creatives, different videos to find, hey, this one works best. But if you're not great on video, you're going to pay more for a lead. Like I said, all the results you get are just going to drop, and it's going to be more expensive for you. So that is a con. It can be a pro, can be a con for some, but for a lot of people, there is a massive emphasis on the creative. Whereas like on Facebook, as an example, what I could do and what I used to do is you go put out just a little picture of a home, and you get people coming through clicking on that because they want to list the homes, they want to see what their home's worth, right? Something super like simple like that. Whereas on YouTube, there needs to be a big emphasis on the creative. That also means as well, you need to have like a script that you know works, or you need to spend a lot of money and time testing. Otherwise, if you want a proven one, that's what people work with me for. Check the link in the description if you want to. But that's the main emphasis that I'm trying to make is creative is king with YouTube, and you need to put a disproportionate amount of time into the video, into the scripting, into the recording, as you would all the other stuff on all the other platforms. But having said that as well, you still need to have the proper funnel in place. Now, when I'm talking about funnel, here's exactly what I mean. So this is going to give you a really high level overview on exactly how to set all of this up. So first of all, we have the YouTube ad. Now, when you're trying to get as many, if you're trying to get listings, trying to get deals, then you want to run an in-stream ad. If you're trying to grow your channel, run an in-feed ad. Now, I'm assuming you want to grow your business, you want to make money from it. So we're gonna do a in-stream skippable ad. So this is gonna be the YouTube ad. Now, what I recommend doing for the ad is you split test. So it's also called an A/B test. You split test 5 different hooks. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with a hook, but if not, a hook is basically the first 15 to 20-ish seconds of the video or of the ad. So what you want to do with it is you want to test 5 different hooks to see which hook is getting you the best results, and that's how you find which messaging resonates most in your market. But it's also going to make your ads cheaper, because when you find that winning hook, or those 1 or 2 winning hooks, those are going to be the ones that get you the cheapest results, and you're able to just basically double down on those, and it's just going to exponentially scale your ads because you're paying less, but you're getting better results. So I always recommend you need to be testing. That's the best way to do that, is always by testing the hook. That's the most important part of every video. You should put 80% of your time with the ad into the hook as well. So 80% of your time should be going into the video, and within the video itself, 80% of the time making the video should be going into the first 20 seconds or so. That's the most important part. Really the first 5 seconds, because otherwise people skip it. Now, the second part is the landing page. So pretty simple. I'm not going to go through exactly setting this up, but it's basically, I'll give you kind of like a demo right here on how I would do it. So first of all, you have your headline up here. This is basically re-saying what you said in the ad. So if your main message in the ad is, hey, how to sell your home for $15,000 over asking price, you would just basically put that as the headline. You want it to be congruent. Now, one thing as well, what I also like doing is add right here, call out who it's for. So this is a call out, and what that would be is super simple. But if you're targeting homeowners in Chicago, just say that. Say, hey, homeowners in Chicago only. This is for homeowners in Chicago only thinking about selling, something like that. Now, under that, you can have a sub headline as well, just kind of reinforcing the value. But what you're going to want to do, this is if you're offering like an ebook or a lead magnet of some sort, you put an image of it right here, and then you have your form right here for them to fill their name, email, number, and stuff out right there. You can also add like timeline. You can ask them questions and stuff to improve the lead quality even more, get their address. But this is here. So this is the lead magnet, just so I label it. And then this is the form. But you can see it's super simple. This is pretty much the gist of it. You have your form here. You have a picture of your lead magnet. So it would be like an ebook, for example. You just put a picture on there to build more trust. They can see what they're actually getting, and then just making sure it's congruent with the ad. But the main goal of it is we're getting people to put in their information, fill out this form on the landing page, and that's a big part. Now, once we do get their information, then we send them to this next page, which is basically a pre-sell video. You keep this page super, super simple. You just have a headline. You can say, hey, we just got your request. We're going to be reaching out to you shortly. And then you have this video right here. Now, what this video is what we're trying to do is handle all of the common objections that someone has when they put in the information, when they click on an ad, right? The main things that you hear as an agent are, hey, why are you calling me? I don't remember clicking on this. Who are you? I'm not looking to sell my home. What we're doing with this video is basically reverse engineering it and pre-handling all of those common objections, all those questions before they ever come up in the first place. Again, I'm not gonna go through the entire script in this video, but you can go with like ChatGPT and make something pretty good, but make it just like a 1 to 3 minute video. The goal of it is you're setting the expectations on what's gonna happen next, so you can go out and say, hey, I'm gonna be reaching out to you shortly to confirm a few key details about your home, so I can get you so I can help you out as much as possible, right? So you're going to say something like that, where then they're also, it also serves as a way to just nurture them, to get in front of them. The more times they see you, the more times they hear you, the better. That never hurts getting in front of them. But also the big thing, again, we're setting the expectation on what's going to happen next. Now, the last part of it, after you've done all the heavy lifting, this right here, these steps right here are 90% of the results you get. And if you do that, that's how you have a successful ad. Now, last part of it is then just the calendar page, getting the most serious people to just book directly in our calendar. All this page looks like is basically a headline. Hey, step 2, schedule your free home valuation. And then you have your calendar right here, right? It's that simple. And that's basically the entire funnel right there. So just to kind of quickly recap, the pros of YouTube ads, you're going to get higher quality leads. You do get the brand awareness because you're the one in the video. It's all custom. And with those in-feed ads as well, you can grow your channel. But I think if you are looking for an avenue to get listings, to get buyers, YouTube ads is for sure the way to go if you're looking to advertise online. Now, the cons of it is you're paying more for a lead. All the cost per lead is going to be a bit higher, around the 50 to 90, even sometimes $150. It depends how many questions you have on the front end, but it also depends market to market. But it's going to be a higher cost per lead. They are harder to set up as well. Like you need to build all this from scratch, or you need to go work with someone who does that and make sure you have it all dialed in. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting a lot of money. And then lastly as well, creative is king. So put a disproportionate amount of time into this YouTube ad, into optimizing it, into testing. And you need to make sure as well that you actually do A/B test everything to find what works in your market, so you know exactly what's getting the best results, and just double down on that. I hope this gives you a better idea on if YouTube ads are for you. Maybe they're not. Maybe if you're thinking about trying them, just make sure that you understand the pros and cons of it. You have the right expectations, but also understand that it's not easy to do. Having said that, if you do want me to just basically fast track it, implement it for you so you can start getting listings with YouTube ads every single month, check the first link in the description below and just book a time to chat with me. We can go over all of this in more depth. Anyways, other than that, have a great rest of your day.